Mapping. Do your players need to map? Well, it depends. Are you playing at a table? Yeah. Yeah. And you better make extra copies of those maps. I play VTT, so the map's on the screen. So the days of me just using Discord, where someone actually writes copies or puts together the full dungeon from snapshots off index cards that I upload, are gone. So as they explore, the fog of war goes away. But I do require players to have on their character sheet, if there's a mapper, maps. Just write down scroll tube, maps. Because you know what happens when that guy goes down a bottomless pit, or he's not there? Fog of war comes back on. We remember this section here. All right, I'll illuminate that. I don't remember this direction. If you don't remember, you don't remember. Most of the time, I just keep it. What they've explored as a party, I just leave it illuminated. But when I know that it's a wipe, and they've been wiped, and there's no original players left, and that fog of war comes back. I don't think players have the skill anymore to do the maps. That you describe it out. I think the attention span, we just don't do it anymore. It's like anything else. You don't do it, it atrophies. It eats up time. One of the groups I'm with, we do battle. They just draw the battle maps as we explore, and then wipe it off. But no one's making a permanent map. So we got separated, and it was recognizing the previously drawn out maps from memory to know we got back to the right area. But no one's making a map on a piece of graph paper and keeping it with their notes. Not doing it anymore. We should. We really should. I should start doing it, but I'm too busy having side conversations. A couple of these guys I only get to see once a week, so we yak it up. But if you really, really, really want that old school feel, then yeah, you need an mapper. And make sure it's a guy who understands dimensions, man. I've messed with my party by when they find old maps in the dungeon from other dungeon parties that the maps aren't accurate. I've had guys keep searching for secret doors in this one area because the negative space. And I intentionally had the map off by 10 to 20 feet. It was just an error on whoever mapped it before, right? So all the major points were correct, but these two hallways, the dimensions were wrong. It was also in Stonehell, and Stonehell actually moves around and changes on you. I was trying to use this old map to give them that feel. All it did was make them tap, 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 hammer, hammer, hammer on this section of wall every time they went past it. Until they finally got one of the secret door detection. It's like, do it! I know there's a honeypot. Players will be players. Do stuff to your players and never explain it. Never explain anything that they don't actually know. Okay? They're not omniscient. They will beat that red herring to death, and it'll become like an inside joke. But yeah, for the true old school feel, have someone map. If you're doing a VTT, your map's on the screen. You're just revealing as you go. If you do the thing with the torch where it just reveals it as you're moving your light sources, then it would behoove someone in your party to actually make a map. Even though once it's revealed, you can see it shadowy on the map. You just won't see any tokens. I do not go into that depth. I keep battle maps separate from the exploration map. The exploration map is party token. And if we need a battle map, and I know it's going to be a set piece encounter, then I'll do that. Also, I got a quick question. When did we stop saying encounter and start saying scene? I thought that was story gamer bullshit. That scenes imply that you have a script. That's why I don't like using the word scene. It implies the story is already planned out and you're all just fucking NPCs. I don't like it. It hits me wrong. I've always just said encounters. It's a series of encounters that make the story. But the scene thing just smacks of story gamer, and it bugs me. It bugs me a lot. I think I'm officially at that age where I'm like, get off my lawn! But yeah, just thought I'd throw it out there. I saw Tinker was talking about, do you need to do maps? I kind of half listened. I was prepping stuff for dinner. Yeah. Yes and no. Depends on your players. Because if you got a lot of players and the tempo and the speed of your game, if it's a in-person game, yes, absolutely do it. If it's a VTT, the technology does it for you. But I do strongly recommend that you make notes with the party that if they have maps or they're making copies of maps for future replacement characters, to make notations on their character sheets and on the note sheets that they have that you can see as a DM. Yeah, it's all part of that logistics stuff. The logistical part of the game that creates immersion. Right. A little bit of realism in your fantasy. Just a little bit. But anyway, game well, game off, and Merry Christmas.